We're going to be covering all things new construction, including some pitfalls to watch out for, how to get the best bang for your buck, what to do, what not to do, and what happens after the closing. My name is Mike Pern, a local real estate agent for over 20 years here in Southeast Michigan, and we'd be honored to help you find and pair you with your perfect builder. Give us a call anytime at 248-886-4450. And then as well, if you have a home that you're looking to purchase or a home that you have to get on the market, we would be honored to receive a call to help you with that. Now let's talk about new construction. We have been reaching out and working on developing deeper relationship with builders in the area to gain an edge in this market, especially as demand for new construction is incredibly high and supply is extremely limited, and it takes a long time to find a house, that being the case. In this video, we're going to deep dive on new construction, the process, answer our most frequently asked questions like can you choose your own models, lots, and finishes, and we're going to cover where new construction's been and where I see us going in the future. Like this video to help more people see it who need it, and subscribe for our next new construction video where we're going to go through builders in Metro Detroit and Ann Arbor and rate and rank them from production builders to semi-custom. First, let's take a look as an industry where we've been, where we are currently, and how I see that changing over the next 2 years. Historically, you decide what your budget is, decide on which builders to go take a look at, usually based on the area, proximity to school, proximity to work, and then move forward on visiting a couple of developments, zero in on one, pick a lot out of the available couple hundred that are there, pick a model of the dozen or 2 dozen that are there, pick your own finishes, then 6 to 9 months later, you have a new house. So that has drastically changed for the majority of builders over the last 3 years, and now builders tend to fall mainly into one of 2 buckets. In the first bucket, the semi-custom bucket, we've got smaller builders building between 5 and 100 homes per year. In this bucket, these builders are picking the model, the elevation, how the home looks when you pull up to it, as well as the majority of finishes. Then they're going to list the home for sale once the build project is between 60 and 90% of the way completed. At that point, all buyers can look at the property, and the builder will often call for a highest and best, much like a regular sale on the MLS. For a lot of people, this takes a lot of the excitement out of the process because people are looking at the new construction market after looking at the resale market, simply not finding what they're looking for, jumping in for the opportunity to customize their own home. Now in this bucket of builders, you're getting into something brand new, but with someone else's choices of fixtures, elevations, lot plan, all of it. We're seeing this predominantly happening in an area where spot construction is more prevalent, communities that don't have large plots of land to build out a several hundred home neighborhood. Prime examples of this are Northville, downtown Plymouth, the Woodward corridor like Birmingham, Berkeley, Royal Oak, Ferndale, a little further to the north, Rochester, and then a little bit further to the south, and also in Grosse Pointe and Gros Isle. Lastly, the lakefront communities like Commerce, Walled Lake, West Bloomfield, and Brayton have a lot of spot building going on where the builder is fitting what they can fit on the lake as big as they can make it. As we work with buyers helping them purchase new construction in all of these communities over the last 12 months, we're positioned to help you unlock unlisted properties that can be customized to an extent. A lot of builders with some sort of a guarantee and working with a reputable company or a team like ours are willing to put these properties out there sooner and privately. So builders that are doing this build and sell method are doing so for a couple of different reasons. First one, there are a lot of supply chain issues that have persisted over the last few years. They know that if they sell a buyer a home and you pick your own finishes, there is likely to be a long delay here from anywhere from a couple weeks to a couple of months as those cabinets go out of stock, or that granite goes out of stock, or they cannot get those knobs or finishes or trim work in. And suddenly the holding costs and costs in general are going up and up and up. Where a builder holding onto that control can pivot different cabinets or pivot to different flooring, and those delays can be minimized. The other problem is with interest rates going up right now, buyers will lose their financing if they go up too much, and the builder does not want to risk that. And if interest rates go up and buyers lose their lock, the builder may be stuck with a home that may not appeal to a wide range of audience as it may be very specific. For the most part, these smarter builders have said the risk isn't worth it. We're just going to build the home and sell it when there's a little more certainty, aka when it's close to done. And that's not all builders, but many of the builders, and especially the smaller ones in the downtowny areas, they just cannot take on the large risk. Larger builders like Lombardo, Toll Brothers, Pulte, and others are still using the modification of the older approach with a little bit more of a risk avoidance procedure built in. In neighborhoods where these builders are building communities like Northville, Plymouth, South Lyon, Oakland Township, Shelby, Macomb, Flat Rock, Clarkson, Independence area, to name a few, most are holding lots off the market, and they're only opening 2 to 4 lots every 30 to 60 days. This is a very, very big difference between 3 years ago and now. 3 years ago, you walk in, you pick any of the available lots. Now, the lots may be available, but they're holding them, and there's a reason for this. It is hard to find enough contractors to fill the demand should they release all lots at the same time. The first step, if you're considering a new construction, is to get in contact with us so we can match you with the right lender. Most Most banks and lenders say that they do new construction loans. However, many of them are trying to make a non-build loan product fit to get the business. And there are about a half a dozen great lenders in the market, and one size, in fact, does not fit all when it comes to building a home. Keep in mind, many builders will incentivize you to use their lender on site in amounts ranging from $2,000 to $10,000. And the reason why they do this primarily is so they can keep an eye on you. They can make sure that if there are any signs of trouble, like a slowdown in document submission or a job loss, they know fast and can pivot fast to a new buyer. We found most of the builder lenders are competitive in rate, but not all. And some of our clients have been able to find a half to a 3/4 point better interest rate by shopping around and asking 2 or 3 different places. Step 2 is keying into the right area. Are you looking to be close to a certain school, a specific max distance from work, or is this a lifestyle play where you want to be more in a downtown area, like a walkable area or a dog-friendly area? Would you prefer a suburban neighborhood or more of an urban feel? So first we got to match you with your perfect area. And like Royal Oak is different from Birmingham, which feels different than Northville, which is different than Rochester, which is different than Berkeley. Are you looking for more of an urban feel or a suburban feel? Other things to consider is being close to the airport important to you? Are you considering living here short term, or is this the long haul 20-year house? Now that you have these questions answered, we're going to look at area builders. We're going to check their pricing, but also the product itself. What have they built in the past? What do their communities feel like if there's a community? Or in a more developed area, we'll drive by some of the homes and see if we can get in some of their previous builds. Most builders can make that connection for us to see a potential finished product before we move forward. At the end of the day, we're going to look at build quality and area. Does the community have the vibe you want? And does this look like a sturdy, solid, constructed home? Now we're at the point where we've chosen our builder and largely the model or floor plan we're probably going to go with. In the past, we'd usually pick a lot and go to contract. Today, we're going to halt the process and wait for a new lot release to happen, and then that's whether it's more of an urban area or a suburban area. Hopefully by now you reached out to your favorite real estate agent in that area, and hopefully that's my team, where we can roll up our sleeves and really do some of the heavy lifting building a case for you so you can jump the line and have more options than other buyers out there. When lots come up, some builders are looking at who is the highest bid, some the largest deposit, some the largest appraisal waiver, and we have to stay on top of each builder and their needs so we know how to get those lots for our clients by offering the right term instead of all the terms, saving them thousands or sometimes tens of thousands of dollars. Now we've got the lot and we're ready to choose options. A builder will let a client spend to the moon, and this is an area where we bring a lot of value in. We're going to meet you at the design center if the builder has one and help you choose the fun things and customizations, but make sure you're not overspending on things that you're never going to get a return on, or put yourself in a dangerous position with the appraisal. So the selections are done and we're building a house. At this time, we are going to advise and strongly advise on getting an inspector, and more specifically a new construction inspector, to come in 3 times throughout the build process, which is typically about a $500 to an $1,100 total cost for all 3 inspections, depending on how big the home is and some other factors. First, when everything is roughed in, stud work, plumbing, and electrical, to check that. Second, when the finish work is being completed and closed up, and this is when you really start seeing your home take shape, by the way. It's actually really exciting to get in there during this time. And last, on the day that you get the keys, to be sure everything is 100% correct. About a week before closing, we're going to run through the home with that inspector and a rep from the builder and create a punch list of fixes that the builder's got to get taken care of, such as scratch floors or scuffs or imperfections in the paint or defects to cabinetry or nail pops. Now the builder's going to have to correct that on or before closing day, and then on closing day we're going to walk through one more time to be sure everything on that list that we have provided is complete. The very last thing at the closing, we're also going to pull out our calendars and set a time 11 months from now to call the builder and get them out for their 1-year walkthrough. This is seriously the most overlooked thing that builders provide that buyers do not take advantage of. And here's what this looks like. 1 year from now, we're going to find some nail pops. We're going to find drywall cracks. We're going to find settling. I mean, think about this. We just put multiple tons of structure onto dirt. Settling is going to happen, and they're responsible for it, but only if we call them. So 11 months in, we're going to remind you, hey, you got that number? Do you need that number? I have that number. We got to call that number. We got to get the builder back out here. They've got to do another walkthrough, and they got to fix that couple $1,000s worth of items. Builders are telling us that 80% of people forget to call, and then the warranty expires, and all that work, all that value is lost. We want to be sure you're taking full advantage of all warranties provided. And we're uniquely suited to help people through this process because we help dozens of buyers go through it every single year. We know who to avoid, which builders have not so great of a reputation, maybe don't even call back, and which builders we're super excited about because they lean in and have their clients' interest and their own reputation at heart. So that is a snapshot of the new construction process. That's some of it, but definitely not all of it. Please give us a call anytime at 248-886-4450 if you'd like to discuss a new construction as an option, if you're looking to buy a home, or you have a home that you'd love to get on the market. Don't forget to subscribe because we've got many more videos that are about to drop, including some fun things happening this month for festivals, fairs, and concerts coming on up. My name is Mike Perna, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.